What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today we got something a bit crazy alongside one of the new weapon criticals that honestly shouldn't be possible. I did some research and experimented with a few different builds, but with this tech, you can give players maximum insanity in less than a few seconds. Right here, there's absolutely zero counterplay, and once you're hit, you're basically cooked. Let's break it down. With the release of the fully reworked Knorfang critical, we have a new multi-hit ability that's pretty insane for applying pressure. By simply pressing our critical, we unleash an up-close flurry of slashes that hit our target exactly 20 times, and this can be pretty good. At the current moment, I think this critical hits the most amount of times compared to anything else, and this is unique. The base damage on this attack realistically isn't gonna always hit, since players can parry and exit out whenever they like. Luckily, with some damage multipliers and charm setups like unnecessary theatrics, we can get free buffs after hitting the first part of our crit. In gameplay, to confirm a critical hit with the Knorfang, it only works off true combos or setups, so you have to work pretty hard to land the entire thing. The only great part of this specific crit is how it's almost unpunishable at the edge of your hitbox. The windup and end lag are pretty fast at mid-range, preventing any sort of counterplay defense, which is really nice to use. The basic critical is kinda hard to land, at times it can be unpunishable and doesn't do that great of damage, but it has something powerful that a lot of people kinda sleep on. Now, it's time to instantly give any player maximum insanity in less than a second. For starters, the most important part of the entire setup comes into play with the Curse of the No-Life King. Of course, to respect the law of equivalent exchange, we must first lose our own sanity to one-tap our opponents. With No Life equipped, sanity from the user will drain at a higher rate, and usually this is going to be a bad thing. Luckily though, it doesn't really matter with what we're trying to do and acts like a straight-up buff, so we want to be using this. Additionally, to actively drain our sanity in combat faster, we can pop Heretic Sutra to speed up the process, letting us further drop our sanity. This can also act as a buff with Lose Your Mind, buffing up our Knorfang critical damage. It might seem weird, but now we can weaponize this debuff. So, passively with this curse, we give insanity to others on M1 or critical hits, which kicks off our status buildup. This is extremely powerful since our Knor critical hits 20 times exactly, applying the sanity drain exponentially on critical. Now, to finalize our insanity lockdown, we can use and abuse the talent Shared Misery. Whenever we lose sanity, they do too, and now it's time to destroy. So, landing a single critical while we lose sanity will almost instantly max out enemy insanity, since it's stacking both the NLK debuff and Shared Demise with our own drain. If this lands, our enemy is basically doomed, forcing them into tier 3 insanity instantly, giving them shakes with of course the screen effects. This can be extremely impactful in combat and really helps with your mix-ups, and also, since people are going to be stunned, it's easier to hit them with the critical. This is one of the craziest options to mess around with the newly reworked Knorfang, and it's also really fun to abuse. Let me know your own builds down below with this weapon and your thoughts too. Thank you so much to all my loyal fans and members who support my channel directly, and if you like what I do, feel free to join me down below as a member. That's all for right now, and as always, thank you again. Make sure to like and subscribe since I'm shooting for 110k subs. We're almost at that goal, and have a good one. It's punchin' time.